live stream coming to you this March the 20th, 2021. Time is heading thin. We've got our West Texas Poker Championship Series coming up in just under 2 weeks. It is on, or just over 2 weeks, excuse me. It is on the horizon. We have a full slate of events coming up to that. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 events. 10 events. Each one with prize pools that are going to be amazing. Our main event is a $125,000 guaranteed main event. None of our main events in the past have even come close to that. They've blown by it. So we're looking to see. I got a couple bets made. I think it might hit all the way up to $200,000. So hopefully you can make it out for that. Starting on April the 6th, we have a $400 high roller, PLO high event. On Wednesday, April the 7th, we have a 6 max no limit hold'em event. Thursday, April 8th, we have a round of each no limit hold'em PLO high tournament. On Friday and Saturday, we have Day 1A, Day 1B, Day 1C, Day 1D into our Texas stack, which is a deep stack event. Day 2 will follow Sunday at noon. Also on Sunday, we have, starting at 3 p.m., our famous tag team tournament. Starting on Tuesday, April the 13th, we will be closed on the 12th. On April the 13th, we will have our ladies event starting at 6:30. Also, we'll be having the no limit $1,200 buy-in, no limit hold'em high roller event. On Wednesday, April 14th, we'll have our $920 Big O tournament. Then, on Thursday, April 15th, we will have Day 1A, Friday at noon, we'll have Day 1B. Friday at 5, we'll have Day 1C. Saturday at noon, we'll have Day 1D. Saturday at 5, we'll have Day 1E of our main event. The top 10% will be heading to Day 2. Then also rounding it off will be our big bounty tournament. $400 buy-in, $200 to the prize pool, $200 for each one of those bounties. Action's already started on our live stream table, starting with no limit hold'em, 10 on the button. We've got a raise out the box with Queen 9 suited in a call with the code jack by Mr. Robin. I do like Adam's play here, and it works out for him on the flop. Pre-flop raise with a suited connector, and he does connect on his queen. We should see a C-bet from him on this flop. Bet a $30 into a $40 or $50 pot. That's going to bring that hand to a quick end. And Adam Black's going to be your first hand winner on Kojak's Saturday night. So we hope everyone's had an amazing week, just the same as we have. I don't know if you've been out to the card room lately, but every day we get busier, and with being busier means that we actually also need help. We are looking to hire experienced dealers. With the uptick in business, we need some more people in our seats to deal out cards. So just head on out to Kojak's, check out our Facebook page, shoot us your resume, and we'll do interviews. We are more than happy to talk to anybody. So just look us up, give us a call, and we can get you set up. So we've got an action-packed table tonight, and we're actually playing with 2 less players because they're still in the tournament. They are still sitting in the tournament. So it looks like in seat number 1, it's going to be empty right now, but that will be Frankie. Seat number 2 is going to be Billy. Seat number 3 is Robin. Seat number 4 is Alex Cruz, Baby Boy Cruz. Seat number 5 is Adam Black. Sitting down in seat number 6 looks to be Mr. Dylan Weaver. Seat number 7, Chris Carter. Seat number 8, the one, the only Miss Debbie Hinton. And seat number 9 brings us to the end of the table, and that's going to be Mr. Dennis Shaver. So we will be starting in Hold'em. Looks like the button's over in seat number 4. As you can see in the background, right over Miss Debbie Hinton's head, we've got our flyer for the event, West Texas Poker Championship, starting in April. April 6th is our start date on that. Action folds around over to Billy. Billy's going to raise it up, and just like that, that hand is over. Moving on around, Dylan looks down under the gun at ace deuce offsuit. He's going to let it go. Actions over to Carter with ace 10. He's going to raise it up to $35. Moving on over to Miss Debbie. She's got a suited connector, 8-7 suited. She's going to make the call. Billy lets go ace 6 suited. Action folds around to Mr. Black on the button. He's got the basil, the jack 10. It's a good hand to make a call from this and float a flop. Hope something happens. His 10 is dominated by the ace of Carter's, though. Carter's usually in the booth with us. He took a break tonight so that he can get in on some of this action. Flop comes out. 8 of diamonds, 9 of spades, king of hearts. Gives Adam the up and down, gives Debbie a pair of sevens, which happens to be the best hand right now, and gives Carter the ace 10. He's sitting still, so he's going to check that hand. Miss Debbie's going to lead out with $80. That's the only person that's going to be able to call this would be Mr. Adam. Let's see if he opts to raise or just call. Looks like he's grabbed just calling chips. He's going to make the call, and that's going to bring it into Mr. Carter's hand. Beautiful pre-flop, not much of it afterwards. Turn card comes out of 5 of spades. No help to the jack 10. Let's see if Miss Debbie continues here. That does give Debbie a straight flush draw. 6 of spades would be her golden card. But by seeing both hands, we know that any spade, anything but a jack or a 10 is her gold card. Well, jack 10, queen, or 7. She's going to lead out with the same bet, $80, and that's going to draw Mr. Black into making the call. Oh, he's got black chips with it. He's making a raise. He's going to raise up the action. He raises to 180. Debbie has her chip in the pot before Blacks can reach in there. River card comes out. Another 9, giving Debbie 2 pair and the winning hand. Let's see if she continues here. She's staring down Adam just to see what he's going to do. Thinking about it, she's going to make the check. Adam's only hope is to make a bet. Debbie doesn't know it, but she's got the winning hand here. Let's see if Adam can push her off of it. Looks like he's grabbing around $200, maybe $175. It's going to be $200 flat. She's got $200 in her hand. She makes the call. He says, "You got me." And she flips over her 8-7. She's going to win that pot. It's going to be pushed on down to seat number 8. What a great start to the night for Miss Debbie. And just like that, that's how you turn a 10 on the button game into a $1,000 pot. Miss Debbie's stack has grown significantly all the way up to 4,500 already. And we're just, what, buttons in seat number 6? We're 6 hands into the game. We've got 2 $5 on the button, no limit hold'em tables running hot right now. We've got one final table of our deep stack tournament running right now. We've got, I'm trying to look at the live clock on Poker Atlas right now. There are 7 remaining players left in the tournament. Total prize pool of $7,200. First place is going to get $3,600 in a voucher. Second place, $2,160. Third place, $1,440. So a nice prize pool for the winners today, for the top ones. We'll see how that pans down. Mr. Frankie's still in the tournament. That's why seat 1 is still vacant. Ace 3 by Robin versus Adam's pocket 8s. Flop comes out Queen, Queen 3. Robin flops the bottom of it, leads out with $75, and Adam's 8s are going to make the call. The Jack on the turn is a worry card for Robin, as he'll most likely check, but I am always a liar when it comes to this. He's going to lead out with a bet. He throws in $150. Pot's already up to $390. Adam's got a decision to make here. He felt pretty safe with the queens on the board. The jack's kind of a worry card for him, as with the double flush draws there, the club possibilities and the spade possibilities. So he does have a decision to make. I think if he does make action here, he's probably going to raise it up, and he doesn't. He just makes the call. As you can tell on Kojak's Live, Charlie is always going to be wrong. River card comes out, a jack of diamonds, so that nulls his 2 pair, and that gives the hand to Robin. Robin's ace high is the winner now. Bet it like you got it, and that's what Robin is doing this hand. He throws out $350. That puts the pot all the way up to $890. And Adam lets it go. He lets it go. So Robin picks up a nice little $275 profit there. Chip counts. Miss Debbie's in the lead at 4,500. Billy right behind her. Robin sitting at 3K. Chris at 2K. Adam at 18. Dennis 15. Dylan 12. And Baby Boy Crew sitting down there with $1,000 waiting for his moment to pounce. Baby Boy Crew's added on some chips there. Looks like he's got another 1,000 in black behind. Debbie looks down under the gun. Ace 7 offsuit still on Hold'em. Got 2 more hands of Hold'em after this one before we flip over to the action-packed PLO high. Debbie's going to raise it up to $35. Billy's not at the table, so he's going to fold 8 deuce. Robin with Jack 10 suited is going to make the call. I can see, Adam's going to let it go. Dylan looks down. Ace 8 offsuit. Nice to see some new players at the table tonight. He's going to make the call, and Carter with Queen 10 off makes the call. 4 players, 4-way action. $140 in the pot. Flop comes out 6-8-6. That's going to give Dylan the best of it. He's got greater than 2-to-1 odds to win this hand. However, it's not out yet. Action's going to check around to Dylan. He's reaching down for some chips. He's going to lead out with $60 into a $140 pot. That's going to invoke a fold from Carter, Debbie, and most likely Robin. I don't see how he can make the call here unless he wants to set something up for the next street. But he does indeed let it go, and that hand is heading over to Dylan. And the cutoff button moves around to Miss Debbie Hinton. And I can officially say that we have ordered our new live stream table. It is being built as we speak. Three-way action to the flop. Already $280 in the pot. Flop comes out. Deuce, deuce, 9. Who could have a piece of that? Nobody. Robin thinks his pocket threes are the best of it and throws out $300. He's going to take it down just that easy. Deuces and threes makes for a winning hand. So we will be live for 3 hours with you tonight. 3 hours of this non-stop talking. Get used to it because here it comes. Kojak's, where $10 on the button equals $1,000 pots. Plenty of action out tonight. 2 5 on the button tables running alongside of this. We've got a list built up for a third one. We've got some interest in some smaller round of each, 5 on the button round of each. We've also got interest in a $5 on the button Big O game. So whatever your poker favorite is, we will most likely be having it held tonight out here. Kojak's is also excited to let everyone know that we've just recently signed on with the World Poker Tour in their STEPS program. More information will be coming soon about that, but we are now official partner of the World Poker Tour STEPS program, and we'll be having some exciting tournaments coming forward to you with the World Poker Tour. Back to the action on this hand. 10 on the button. Robin looks down at ace-6 suited. He's going to raise her up to $40. Debbie on the other end of the table in seat number 8 with queen-jack off is going to make the call, and that brings Rudy in seat number 1. Welcome to the hand, Rudy. He's got 6-4 suited. Billy's got queen-jack. 4-way action. 4-way action. Flop's going to come out. 7 of hearts, 3 of diamonds, 10 of clubs. Checked around. Turn card comes, a 3 of hearts. Puts 2 hearts on the board, and that's gonna provoke a bet by Robin. Looks like he threw out $50, $125. I didn't see the black chip under there. $125 is the bet. Rudy's going to make the call with the gutter. Heads up action, $420 in the pot. River card comes, a 6. That's not a good card because that does give Rudy 2 pair. However, Robin's 6 is paired with an ace, and that's going to give him the kicking winner. It goes check, check. Richard pushes up the winning hand, and that means Robin pulls in a $420 pot. It's amazing how fast these games can escalate into huge pots. So with the button moving over to seat number 1, that brings along a new game, It is now going to be PLO High. One thing we're excited to tell you guys about is our new table is going to be a little bit bigger than this one right here. We'll have some new cameras to work with, new abilities with the table. We are super excited to bring this action to you. As much as you guys like Kojak's Live, we're investing in and bringing you new equipment, new ways to enjoy the fun at Kojak's. Robin looks down at ace 10 6 6, and he's going to let it go. Baby boy Cruz likes his queen jack double 7. He's going to make the call. Adam's got a nice hand. That'd be a great PLO high-low hand. Still got those hidden straight draws. Dylan makes the call. Chris Carter's going to make a raise. He's going to raise it up to $60. 30, 40, 50, 60. He bets the pot. Debbie right behind him with 10, 8, 5, 4 makes the call. Rudy makes the call. Welcome to Kojak's. You pot it for $50, and you're going to get 4 or 5 callers. Adam makes the call. Dylan makes the call. So we've got 5-way action. 5-way action. $310 in the pot. Flop comes out. 9 of diamonds, 6 of hearts, ace of spades. That's going to hit Adam with top pair. However, he is pretty far behind. We've got straight draws in there. We've got backdoor flush draws. We've still got the pocket kings and the pocket jacks in there. Dylan's almost got a full wrap. He needs the 8, but he's got a pretty good wrap around it. Chris Carter's going to lead out with $175. Debbie's going to make the call behind him. It is going to be heads up now. Carter versus Miss Hinton. Turn card's going to come out. 7 of diamonds. $660 in the pot. That gives Debbie the check mark with the straight 8-10. She's got the nut straight right now, and I don't think Carter knows this. He's playing the odds that she does not have it, and she looks down, she sees she does. And he knows with this call right here, it's going to shut him down. He's going to check the river no matter what card comes out. The worst card that could come for him would be a king. And it's a jack on the river. 8-10 is the nut hand. Carter says all in. He's representing the 8-10. Debbie's holding the absolute nuts in her hand. He really wasn't wanting her to call this hand, and she is going to make this call. And she's going to get maximum value right here. There's $2,800 in the pot. When she calls, that will make this a $4,000 pot. She's double checking to make sure that there's nothing that can beat her. She does make the call. And Carter mucks his hands. Those dark blue chips that she's reaching behind her, those are tip chips. Those have no cash value on the table. That's the way the players say thank you to the dealers for the hands that they do give them. And just like that, Miss Hinton is up to $6,500. Carter was representing the hand that she had. Just unlucky that she was holding it. Any other hand she's holding, she makes the laydown. Welcome to Kojak's. 10 on the button equals $4,000 pots. Brought to you live by Kojak's. We are about 10 minutes from going live on Facebook, on Twitch, and YouTube. I say going live with a 30-minute delay. So as live as you can have possible. Mr. Adam Black looks down at Ace King Queen 6 double suited Broadway draw up top, and he's going to pot it up to $60. Chris Carter's going to 3-bet it. $210 is the action now. So we're going to be heads up. Adam makes the call. Ace, King, King 5 versus Ace, King, Queen 6. Queen, first card we see in the window. Flop comes out. Deuce, Queen 4. 2 hearts. That gives Adam the nut flush draw. And this is going to shut Chris real fast down. Adam leads out and bets the pot $440. Carter shows his cards. He's getting good cards, getting terrible runouts. So Adam's going to pull in an $890 pot. And this is how fast action starts at Kojak's. This is going to be an extremely live and action-packed table tonight. Making a quick dealer change. Mr. Richard is heading out. Looks like little Lindsay's headed in. We got new cards also tonight. We've got bridge size cards, no longer the large cards. We've got the normal cards that we use in the rest of the poker room. So we are upgrading all of our hardware and our software to make these games even better for you. Mr. Alex Cruz raises it up to $30, bets the pot. Right behind him goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 callers, so six-way action. $210 already in the pot. Lots of pairs, lots of connectors. Flop comes out, ace, 2, 4. Debbie flops the joint with the backdoor heart draw. And she has the nut heart draw. The only person that's got hearts behind her is Alex. He's got 9 high. Debbie's holding a 10 high for the blocker on that. Debbie's going to lead out with $50. Action's over to Dennis. He does make the call with ace deuce. He's got 2 pair looking for the boat draw. Rudy folds his 5, 4. Action's over to Alex. And just like that, 3-way action. Chris Carter has the nut draw for the 6 high straight, and he happens to have aces and 6s now. However, that's a heart. That's going to give Miss Debbie the lock on this hand unless the board pairs with a 2, a 6, or an ace. Action checks to her. She's going to bet $200 into a $360 pot, and it folds around. Just like that, she picks up another one. $560 slided towards seat number 8. Miss Hinton is on fire today. Let me pull up the GFX tracker and let's see. Debbie is already up $2,817. She is rocking and rolling. Buttons over on Mr. Cruz. First to look down is Mr. Adam Black. He's got that suited nut flush hearts draw, so he's going to make the call. Couple straight draws. Got the wheel, got the 8-9 in there, so he's going to make the call for 10. Debbie comes right behind him with Queen 8-4-3. She's going to raise it up to $35. She's got the chip lead, so let's push the action a little harder. Dennis is going to make the call. Billy's going to make the call. Robin's going to make the call. Alex Cruz makes the fold. Adam makes the call. Carter makes the call. So at Kojak's, we're having a party on the 10 on the button. Everybody's a winner. Well, not everybody. We know that. But we've got 6-way action, $220 in the pot. Flop comes out. Jack of clubs, 7 of clubs, ace of spades. That's going to give Adam the gut shot to the straight. That's going to give Carter the 9 blocker with a pair of jacks. Debbie's got... Continue out there with $75. Action's now on Dennis with 2 pair ace 7. He's going to make the call. So she's got 4 callers behind her. $520 is now in the pot. Turn card comes out, a 5 of diamonds. That gives Debbie a little wheel draw. That gives Adam still the same gut shot. Dennis has 3 pair now. And Billy's just floating behind with the 2 clubs, hoping to catch up. Debbie leads out with $100. It goes call right behind her, call right behind her, call right behind her. 4 players, $920 in the pot. 7 of clubs on the river completes Billy's flush. However, that gives Dennis the boat. He's got the winning hand right here. Action's over to Debbie. She's going to check it. Dennis is reaching down for chips. $920 in the pot. Dennis leads out with $350. Anybody else, he might get a call from Billy, but Billy's not gonna fall for that trick. He's gonna let his flush go. And that's how easy it is. $1,300 pushed towards Mr. Shaver. Button slides on around to seat 5. We've still got more action to go. So nobody's raised it up. We've got several people floating in this pot. Flop comes out, ace of diamonds, 10 of clubs, 2 of clubs. That gives Dennis an overwhelming lead on this hand. He's got the nut flush draw plus the ace, the pair on the board. However, Robin does have a set, the bottom set. That's not a set that you definitely like to flop in PLO. He's going to bet the pot of $70. Adam makes the call, looking for that 3 to complete his straight. Turn card comes out, a 5 of clubs. That's going to give Dennis the nut flush. That's a bad card for some people. Dennis makes the check. Robin's going to bet out $280. Dennis is gonna make this call. Pot's correct, $840 in the middle now. River card comes out, a jack of clubs. Jack of clubs, no help to Robin. He was looking for a board pair there, and it did not come. Dennis's nut flush is going to be enough. He's going to lead out and make it $400, and that's going to be the end of Robin's hand. He's going to muck it. Welcome out to all the new viewers tonight. We thank you guys for coming out and watching us live at Kojak's. We've got 2 tables of action. We've got extra tables ready to go right now. We've got lists of people waiting, and we've got big winners already. Those 2 sitting in seat number 8 and seat number 9 are both up, and they're up good. Miss Debbie's up $2,500. Dennis is up $1,090. So it looks like it's going to be a full packed action night. Button moves on around to Dylan. 10 on the button. Miss Debbie makes the call with 7-6-5 deuce. Rudy makes it with queen, queen, king 6. Billy's going to pot it up, raise it up with 10-6 suited, 7-3 off. Adam's going to make the call with aces, couple jacks, and a 9. Debbie's going to make the call over in seat 8. And Rudy makes the call from seat 1. 4-way action, $210 in the pot. Flop comes out, 8 of hearts, 10 of diamonds, 3 of diamonds. That gives Billy top and bottom pair. Couple straight draws for Debbie. And Rudy's just got the over pair. Not much help. Action comes around to Billy. Billy's going to make a bet, $100 into a $300 pot, $200 pot. Adam and Debbie both make the call from behind. Over on Rudy, he's going to let it go. Pot's already inflating, $510 in the middle. Nine of hearts on the turn gives Billy the heart draw. And it also gives Miss Debbie the straight, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So far it's a chop with Billy. They both got the straight. King of spades on the river puts Queen Jack as the winner, but nobody's holding that. We've got 2 people holding 6, 7, both Debbie and Billy. Debbie's first act, she's going to lead out with $300. Action's over to Billy. He's going to make the call, knowing it's most likely a chopped pot. Adam's got nothing that he can do except let it go. And just like that, dealer's going to push back the bets from each player, chop up the pot, and give it to each of them. Would like to say thank you to each one of you taking time out of your Saturday nights. We know you're spending it with your family, but we also know how much you love poker. So we do this specifically for the players and the viewers and our members. This is something that Clyde Hinton and Carrie Shaver, our owners, they love to do. They love to give back, and so that's why we put this game on each Saturday night. It rotates between a 5 on the button game and a round of each game. Got a couple people asking about the streaming on Twitch. We do stream on Twitch. And that action is out there. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players left in the tournament. Replying to these guys real quick. So button moves over to Carter. We've got 10 on the button, and it looks like Miss Debbie straddled it up to 20. Dennis is going to make the call with ace 7 6 deuce. Rudy looks down at 10 10 5 deuce. He's going to make the call. Billy with jack 9 8 8 makes the call. Robin is going to pot it up with Jack 10-6-3. He's representing a monster, and we know he doesn't have it here. So he makes the pot action, and that forces Alex to fold ace, queen, queen. Dylan's going to let it go. Chris Carter, action's on him. He makes the call with ace, king, 7, deuce, double suited with Broadway and the will draw in there. Debbie's going to make the call with king, queen, jack, 9. Action's over to Dennis. He smartly lets that hand go. So we've got 4-way action, and if Billy calls, we've got 5-way action. There's the 4-way, and Billy calls to make it 5-way action. Welcome to Kotax. 10 on the button, round of each turns into a $670 pot. 5-way action. Flop's going to come out. 3 of clubs, jack of clubs, 10 of hearts. That gives Debbie the almost full wrap around that. That gives Rudy a set of 10s, not one that he likes, but his quad 10 is in Robin's hand. So that kind of shuts him up. Everybody has a piece of this. Carter needs a queen. Robin needs a jack. Billy needs a 7, queen, anything in that range. Rudy needs the board to pair, not a jack. And Debbie needs any face card to win. There's 2 clubs out there. I don't see 2 clubs in anybody's hand, so there's no straight draws out there. Rudy bets the pot. $970 bet from Rudy. That's going to get Billy to fold, Robin to fold, Carter to fold, and action's over on Debbie. She's all over this flop, and she makes the call. She says all in for $6,600. Holy cow, we've got action tonight. Turn card comes out of 4 of clubs. River card comes out of 5 of clubs, and that gives Rudy the best hand, trip 10s. It goes brick for Miss Debbie on that hand, and she knows that she's beat. She lays them face up just in case she missed something, but it's gone, and Rudy doubles up on his first hand in. Oh my gosh, Debbie had the world and whiffed it. Staying in touch with our fans in the chat. Button moves over to Miss Debbie, and we haven't seen a PLO hand that has been under a $500 pot. Welcome now to Kojax. These are how our games go. Our players are not afraid to put their money in. Dennis is going to be first to act this hand. Miss Debbie's still up over $1,400. Rudy, new to the table, he's up $1,400. Dennis looks down at Jack 7-4. He's going to make the call. Still in our tournament. We've got Miss Carrie. We've got Mr. Lucas. We've got the one and only Hunter Pierce, Miss Joni. We've got Frankie. Billy looks down. Flop comes out. King, queen, 4. Billy's got all of that. He's going to lead out and bet $50 into it. Action's now over on Dylan. Dylan does have a flush draw. However, it's towered by Dennis's jack high flush draw. He's going to let it go. Action folds around. Heads up action. 5 of clubs on the turn. 5 of clubs on the turn does not help. Well, it gives Debbie 2 pair. Only problem is Billy's got a heck of a draw, and he hits it on the river with the 9 of diamonds, giving him the king high straight. Bets out $50. Debbie makes the call. That's kind of a crying call. Her two pair is going to be beaten by a king high straight. And pot is pushed over to Billy, just that fast. Button moves around. Dennis, this is going to be the last hand of Omaha. Cards flowing out. Lots of action, Kojaks tonight. 425 in the pot. Robin checks his trip kings. Adam bets out $175, and Robin's going to make the call behind him. Turn card comes a 3. That gives Robin a boat, kings full of 3, which is unbeatable. Check mark. Oh my gosh. The worst card in the world came for Adam on the river. The absolute worst card could come. Robin had the check mark on the turn. The 10 comes on the river. Oh my gosh. And Robin leads out with $300. And Adam makes the call. I'm surprised he didn't get a repot there. And in frustration, he lets it down. That was the worst river card that could come, and it came. Robin is now up to $3,300. And this is how action starts. We are now flipping over to No Limit Hold'em. Button in seat number 1 means game change. That way, if you get on a roll with Omaha, then we switch up the action. If you get on a roll with Hold'em, then we switch up the action. It's hard to settle in on this game to it. Our computer man switched up the game. Robin looks down at the +1 seat. He looks down at Ace King suited. Those are such pretty cards. He reaches over and extremely nice of him to make sure that Cruz's cards are red, and he lets him go in the muck. Cruz had ace deuce suited. Woo! That's one ace gone. Adam looks down. Maybe a frustration call here. Raised to $30. Adam makes the call. Debbie makes the call with king queen suited. We know the ace deuce of diamonds is gone out of the hand. And we have 4-way. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. It was raised. And now, oh, my gosh. Welcome out to Kojaks. It was 4-bet to $500. We're on Hold'em. They only got 2 cards. They don't have any back doors, anything. So Robin 4-bets it to $500. Action's now on Debbie. And she calls the $440. Heads up action. Flop comes out ace, king, jack. Ace, king, jack. Robin's going to bet $600. Ace, jack, 4. Robin bets $800. Miss Debbie's going to let it go. She's not going to chase down for that 10 for the Broadway. And Robin picks up a huge hold'em hand, $590 profit, $1,900 in the pot. Holy cow. Can't even look away for 1 second. So on hand number 2 this round of Hold'em, and Dylan looks down at a monster. Man, we must have that Poker Bros algorithm flowing tonight because the hands are coming. Dylan's going to raise it up to 50. He gets called by pocket deuces. 1 deuce has gone out of Rudy's hand. Not good news for Miss Debbie there. Heads up action going to the flop, $110 in the pot. Flop comes out. Ace, 10, 8. A huge scare card for the Kings. Dylan's going to lead out with $75, and Debbie's going to let it go. She was set mining right there and just happened to miss it. All right, over to hand number 3 of Hold'em. And we've already got money in the pot. Chris Carter is all in. He is all in with King 10. Action's now over with Robin, who's got a pair of 5s. He's got a decision to make here. $475 to call. But Chris says this hand, if we're going to play for all of it. Robin's still thinking about that, trying to get some sort of read off of Carter. He shows his pocket 5s and lets him go. Carter does not show his Queen 10. That may have been a frustration bet right there. Whatever it was, it worked, and he won some money back. This is how you make your climb out. Whew, my gosh, I am winded because we have had so much action. It is crazy. All right, Chris Carter looks down at ace 9 suited. We've got Kelly Jean, the dealing machine, in the box now. Carter's going to raise it up. He makes the call of $20, excuse me. Debbie looks down at a huge hand, ace king suited. Ace king suited. She's going to raise it up to $75. Rudy makes the call with Kojak right behind it. Action's now on Adam. He lets go of 4-3, and now it's over to Carter. And Carter makes the call, $55. Flop comes out, unbelievable. Ace of spades, jack of spades, 10 of diamonds, giving Debbie top pair. giving Rudy middle pair with the with the draw for Broadway, giving Carter top pair. Carter leads out with $100. It's just a call from Debbie. That's incredible. That's a different step. It's a slow down call. And that might provoke a call from Rudy, which indeed it does. So we've got three-way action, $555 in the pot. Turn card comes out, a 7 of spades. Nobody is holding the backdoor spade for the draw. Goes check, check, and let's see what Rudy does. He's going to check right with it. River card comes out. Deuce of spades, no help to anybody. It's a bluffing card, though. That is a key card for the bluff because any spade can make a bet, and that's going to be a hard one to call. Miss Debbie thinks that she does have the best hand. So she does look like, indeed, she is going to be betting. She pushes out one stack of red, which is $100. We call it a chunk. She bets one chunk. Rudy's asking how much it is. He's going to make the call. Doesn't believe that she's got the ace-king. And that call is going to ensure Carter can't make the call because it represents both people having an ace. Miss Debbie flips over her ace-king. And Carter's saying, you know, I did have the ace. Good thing that that didn't come out and help out. Chip count, Miss Debbie's holding 23% of the chips in play. Billy's holding 20 of them. That's 43% in between seat 1 and seat 8. Button is over on Adam. That puts Dylan Weaver as the under the gun. He looks down at 7-6 suited. He might check him again to make sure. He's going to make the call of the $10. We have not had many hands that have been $10 pre-flop, and this may not be one of them. Carter makes the call with Queen 10 suited. Actions over to Debbie. She calls with Ace 3 offsuit. I'd like to see a raise with as hot as she's running right there. Rudy makes the call, Ace 10. Billy's gone. And Robin with Ace Deuce makes a raise to $30. Alex just folded my favorite hand only because he's not at the table. So it's going to go 10 on the button. Raise to $30. Call, 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 call. Welcome to Kojaks. Six-way action is what we're going to have. $180 in the pot. Flop is going to come out. 3 of clubs, 7 of clubs, 9 of spades. That gives Dylan middle pair. Carter instantly goes all in with his club flush draw. $390 for anyone to make the call. Debbie is counting out chips. She's got the club in her hand, the ace of club. She's got a pair of threes. She doesn't know it, but she's way ahead of Carter right now. He's got the better draw, but Debbie is ahead with a pair. She does make the call.
Okay, do you want me to bring the wrong one? Do you bring the one that isn't supposed to be with us to you?
She makes the call. Rudy sitting with top pair, top kicker. That's a tough spot to be in. Somebody's in this hand. If you go back and you evaluate the way the hand's played, and this is what Rudy's doing right now, and he makes the call. He's saying someone's on a draw, and someone possibly has a pair. Maybe the same thing I do. There's a 9 gone in Adam's hand, so that's 3 of the 9s that are gone right now. Action's over to Dylan. He's going to let it go. So we've got 3-way action. Chris Carter's looking for a club or an 8 or a jack to continue his hopes. Debbie's looking for a 3 or running clubs, and Rudy just doesn't want anything to pair. Turn card comes in 8. That does help Chris Carter, and he does stand up. He's hoping for a jack or a club. Check, check. River card comes a 5 of diamonds. Debbie's going to check it down, and Rudy's going to be pushed a pot. Nice pot. Mr. Carter is up. So just like that, we got it open. So with a flop of 5, 6, 7, Dylan makes a bet. He's going to pull in that $200 pot ever so swiftly. Lots of viewers out on Twitch tonight. We appreciate each one of you coming in. All right, 5 on the button. Raise it up with pocket eights. Mr. Adam does. He's going to get 2 callers, Queen Jack and A7. $130 in the pot. Flop comes out 7, 6, 3. It's good for the eights. Eights loves it when cards are under it. Robin happens to have top pair, top kicker. Action's now on Adam. Looks like he throws out $80. Action's on Dennis. He's going to make this lay down. And now Robin may make this call with top pair, top kicker, which he does. So we're going to see a turn card, 290. Oh my goodness, what a turn card. An 8 of spades on the river. Adam checks it. Robin checks it. River card comes out, a 4 of spades. There's a straight draw out there. That'd be a hard call, but I don't see anything happening with it. Robin makes a check. Adam leads out with $150. Robin is not going to be able to make that call. Quick look at the chip counts. 4,700, 4,300, 35, 35, 25, 14, 12. And as fast as I talk, I could not get through it all. Three-way action going to the flop. $100 in the pot. 9 of clubs, 5 of clubs, deuce of diamonds. My favorite hand, 5-3, is in there, and it is in the. Well, it's in second place as we. And as always at Kojak's, Charlie's favorite hand is going to pick it up with a 3 of clubs on the river. 2 pair, $320 profit, $600 pushed over towards Mr. Robin. Man, what an action-packed night. We've got players on the way for both seats. Big Taco will be sitting down shortly. Mr. Alex Portillo is on his way also. Man, I'm flabbergasted. We were supposed to have Reagan and Murray here tonight, and Reagan would be speechless at this point. Murray would be with his jokes as usual. We love him here. Miss him tonight greatly. Yeah. That's all I can say. Hand moving around. We are now on PLO high. PLO high. Action just like that moved all the way around. Flop comes out. We've got 4 players in the hand, 4 players in the hand, excuse me. $170 in the pot. Flop's going to come out. Ace of diamonds, queen of clubs, 3 of hearts. And that gives Robin top 2 pair. Joining me in the booth is Mr. Carter.
In the loser's lounge.
In the loser's lounge.
That was pretty ugly tonight.
One lesson you learned tonight.
Don't bluff Debbie when she has the nuts. That was horrible.
That was so unfortunate. She was just. I don't laugh because it's funny. It's so unfortunate because she had the only calling hand. She had the only 2 cards that you can make that call with.
Oh, I was trying to represent it, but it's Debbie, and
It's hard to represent it when the other person's holding.
it's really a lot harder to do that. Yes, it truly is.
With that nice little knock at the door, that means Charlie's belly is being fed with some steak fingers. Oh, yes. Miss Debs, hold up. I pay for the supplies. Little Debbie, thank you so much. So just like that, chip count update. Adam's bringing up the bottom, 895. Alex Cruz right behind it, but he is no longer at the table. We've got those 2 seats being filled in just a few moments. I'd like to take this time to remind you, April 6th at Kojak's, our West Texas Poker Championship Series that we put on every year will be coming to town. 10 events over 12 days. We've got 5 day ones into our main event. We'd like to see that hit around 200,000. We've got the Texas Stack the weekend before, looking at 30,000, possibly more in the prize pool on that one. Our last couple have had around 50K in the prize pool. And just lots of events to get your picture on the Wall of Fame at Kojak's.
Tonight, mine's going on the wall of shame.
Oh, it happens. It happens.
It was just, the last hand with the Queen 10. And then pick up the open-ended on the turn. I'm just like, just give me a little bit.
I said he's going to have to see an 8 or a jack on this turn, and boop, there it comes. And once again at Kojak's, 10 on the button turns into 80 on the button. or 100 on the button. 6 players, $600 in the pot. Flop comes out. King of diamonds, 5 of diamonds, ace of spades. Dylan flopping top 2. Robin holding the nut flush draws along with top 2 pair. Wow.
That's a big hand there. That's a big hand.
I'm out of breath in here because the last round of PLO, it took me about 10 minutes to recuperate from it because it was non-stop talking about everything that was out there. And now it continues that way. At least nobody else has the flush draw. Dylan's going to lead out with $175. Robin's, of course, going to at least make a call.
Yeah, that hand that had the four spades on it.
Yes.
And I fold the ace 3 there, which would have taken. I'm like, yeah, that was 4 cards to a flush, and I've got Debbie and Rudy in that hand. There's just no way, just no way. And I was behind with my ace anyway. She had ace king, I had ace 9.
Yep. Robin's going to raise it up, which he should right there. I really like this play from Robin.
Yahtzee.
He goes all in. Dylan makes the call. Deuce of diamonds on the turn, looking for an ace or king. Does not get there. Robin's ace queen of diamonds is going to take down a $2,900 pot. It's going to leave Dylan with $80 left. And just like that, the big stacks get bigger. Going to take a moment for, it looks like a quick smoke break at the table. And we'll be back in just a minute.
Not real sure what Billy had there, but I think Robin kind of liked the flop. Well, like I say, not a lot of action. I think Billy was just kind of limping around hoping he got something.
Looks like we got 4 players left in our tournament.
Yeah.
4 players left. We've got Frankie. Looks like he has a little over 200,000. Hunter Pierce has a nice stack in front of him. Looks like Lance has 1 chip.
Oh.
Maybe 2. And Josh Broadway's got a stack.
Yeah, he was rolling on pretty good. At the break, I talked to him at the break. Oh, Debbie's missing aces. She would have played the fire out of that hand.
They gone. I wish we could rewind it so we could see what she had.
So we can see what she had in her hand.
Mm-hmm. Ace something.
Oh, it's ace king 3 or ace queen 3, I thought. Or queen jack, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was ace queen jack.
Good thing she folded, because that wouldn't have been much help on the flop.
She's still playing the fire out of it.
Yep.
And I think she would be in the lead.
Yep,
Yeah.
and look at Billy leading out with $150. He's playing the table right here. Love that move coming from Billy. He knows that kind of flop is not going to be in the wheelhouse of most people who are playing PLO high. He gets one caller with a 10 on the turn, and that's going to give him that check mark. That hand with Adam was disgusting a while ago when Robin had king 3 when he flopped the set of or trip kings.
Uh-huh.
Hit the 3 on the turn to make the boat, and I said the only card Adam does not want to see that will keep him from folding is a 10 on the river, and pop, there comes a 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the only hand I won tonight was against Robin, where I bluffed him with
Yep.
queen 10. He had those pocket 5s.
Yeah, he folded pre-flop when he went all in.
Yeah. Well, I decided if anybody raised at the table, I was shipping it, no matter what. I limped in with the thought that unless they wake up with just a monster, you know, then I should be able to get away with it.
Robin is your new chip leader at the table.
Wow. He's catching some hands tonight.
100% yes.
Rudy folds ace 10 7 5.
Huh. That's an odd fold by Rudy.
Robin calls a raise with 3 5 7 9.
Hey, he's got 3-5.
He's got 3 5. Yeah, he's good. And Debbie has pocket 6s with a king jack. Yep, she's beating them in the pot.
Three-way action to the flop. Flop comes out king 10 3 2 spades. Nobody's holding spades.
No spades. Debbie's
in the lead.
Debbie takes the lead. And Debbie wins the pot. Everybody folds.
They know she's running good, and she's playing pretty good too.
She's playing pretty good. She didn't fall for that bluff with the nuts in her hand. That's just I cannot believe she didn't.
How
fall
did
for
she
that.
make the
I know.
call there
How did
holding
she
the
make
nuts?
the call? Yeah. Yeah, I just don't know how she made that call. Yeah, that was definitely one of those moments where I'm like, whoops.
It would have worked against anybody but the person holding the nuts.
Yeah.
That's the only way you get that call. Big Taco will be moving over to this table momentarily, except he's got a ton of chips left in the tournament. Three people still remain in the tournament.
I'm surprised they hadn't talked about a chop. They must be playing, well, they may have chopped the money, but they're playing for the points. I bet.
Let's look. First place 3,200, second and third 1,000.
Okay. So they've chopped 1,000 apiece and playing for the difference. It sounds
Yeah, that sounds like what they're doing. First place is, or they left 2,200 in the prize pool left up for grabs.
Yeah. And as soon as somebody gets knocked out, I bet they split that.
Mm-hmm.
Adam raises to 40 with pocket threes. No, Robin raised to 20. But it looks like Adam had a green chip out there.
Adam straddled.
Oh,
I mean,
Adam
no, Robin straddled.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh, flops a set against nothing. Against nothing. Robin woke up with something right there.
Robin doesn't even have cards he folded.
He just checked. Oh, you're right. He did.
Too bad for Adam that nobody held anything else.
Nothing. Yeah.
Set mining is a fun game.
I told you about the 2 live streams ago where we had that unique event happen. And it was actually, we put the trivia question out here. Yeah. Well, come to the conclusion that it's not answerable after talking to several
What was the
people. question
again?
We played 67 hands. So half of those was PLO.
Mm-hmm.
In the PLO hands, we had pocket 7 or quad 7s 3 times. Okay, 2 naturals and one 3 on the board. So the question was, what's the probability or odds of that happening? And it's in the trillions. I mean, the people I've talked to came to the conclusion that it may have never happened in the history of cards. That's how far out there it is. You have a better chance of being struck by lightning twice, holding 3 or 4, winning mega, money lottery tickets. So it's just the number got so big.
Last night on the 5 on the button game, Richard was dealing on table 3. Gentleman picks up aces. Somebody moves all in, ace king all in. He wins. Next hand, somebody has queens. He has pocket aces. He wins. Next hand, someone has kings, someone has tens. He's got pocket aces a 3rd time.
Wow.
Odds of getting pocket aces dealt to you 3 times are 1 in 10,873,571.
Wow.
I had to do the math.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was trying to do, is do the math on that, and it got so big. I'm like, all right, I need to call somebody that knows way more than I do, mathematically. And it just, by the time we got to talking about all of it, it just couldn't be. It's such a big number. And when you think about in PLO, the different hand combinations just coming out in any order, but to have quads, I want to say the number was 2,275,671 possible hand combinations that could come out that could lead to quads.
Right.
And quads make quads was 0.00046. That's quads. Mm-hmm. Now when you throw the parameter in there of its pocket 7s, quad 7s 3 times, now it just gets really silly. And then when you really go into it, it's an 8-handed game with 2 naturals and a unnatural. Yeah, it's just silly math. So nobody could win that one. So we've got to come up with some other to give them 2 hours, because that one was just not a fair question. Sean Rice came the closest. He said less than 50%.
Frankie's all in the tournament, and he's out. Mr. Hunter picks up the win.
Oh, wow. So Frankie will be joining this table shortly.
Yeah, Frankie will be on his way over to this table as soon as he collects his winnings. $1,000 is a nice little
We got a
payday.
pretty big pot brewing here. Well, a little pre-flop action. Raised to 150. Debbie calls, and look at that. He flops it. Billy flops it.
Flops the joint. Eddie leads out with only $100. Billy is excellent at pot calculations and amounts to bet. If that turn card is a club, that's the only trouble that he can get from this. And it's not. Now he's hoping an 8 just doesn't come on the river.
Yeah.
Leads out with 200. Miss Debbie makes the call. Oh, that's a trouble card for Miss
That's a
Debbie.
trouble card. That could cost her some money.
Oh, it goes check, check.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I thought that would be a trouble card for her.
Yep.
I really did.
Nice pot pushed over towards Billy. $930 being stacked up.
And the only reason I think
There's Frankie up at the booth in the top corner.
Yep. The only thing I think that the reason that Debbie stayed with him right up to the check was she just had overs to the board, and I think she was gonna milk one and just see if she could catch a club. Then that really keeps her in the middle.
Yep.
So that's the only reason I think she stayed with it. She's playing pretty solid tonight, and I think I understand her thinking there. I mean,
She may have thought he was bluffing.
It's Billy.
That's where I was going with that. Billy's got the reputation to be a wild child on the table, but he's not always.
And
That
he hasn't been
reputation
tonight at all.
gets him paid off.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, she chopped that hand earlier when I was sitting at the table. She chopped it with him. She said, I'll chop a pot with Billy anytime I can. is exactly what she said. Robin and Adam have some. Well, at least Adam flops open ended here.
Yeah. Robin flops a gut shot.
Bets 20, takes the pot.
That's the first pot we've had that was under $10,000. Not really, but that's the first pot we've had tonight with not a lot of action, and that's actually just a breather. Breath of fresh air. Frankie's over at the tournament table just to make sure he doesn't have any chips left.
Right? Robin's pointing at the camera like there's something funny on this.
He knows we're talking about
He's
him.
pointing at that guy. He was pointing at that picture right behind Dennis.
Oh, saying who is this guy? That guy's name was Austin. He came in just for that event, and he won it.
And he won it.
Yeah.
Good plan.
I mean, that's a great plan.
I mean, that's
He showed up just for that event because he was heading from New Jersey to Vegas.
Which event was that?
The Texas Stack.
Texas Stack, okay. Why was it when we last weekend we had Murray and Reagan up there, and now we've got Rudy back? We've had to stare at Rudy forever. Can we talk to the photography department and see if we can get that picture?
That would be the Crusher.
Yes, we need to talk to the Crusher and say that picture's got to go just somewhere else. Because we've looked at it for 6 months now.
Yep. Welcome to the table, Alex Portillo, picking up the basil under the gun on Hold'em.
I would say that seat wasn't very good, but I think it was the guy sitting in the chair.
I think it was just the luck of the cards. Here comes Frankie. Oh, Frankie's not going to make Rudy move from his seat. Those two are always fighting over seat one.
Yeah. Adam raises with Queen 8.
He's had a rough run tonight. He's trying to maybe spruce it up. He's heads up. Oh, and he can win this with a bet right here.
Absolutely. Yeah, he didn't get the chips in the middle, and Alex folded.
Mm-hmm. Just like it was written up to be. I'm gonna step out for a quick little break, and I'm gonna leave you to Mr. Carter.
So Adam wakes up with Queen Jack, and like I say, I'm still coming out of my shell shock for tonight. So I'll do my best to try to liven up a little bit. It's funny, Charlie had some notes here, and he put interesting hands, and he put Carter's bluff on Debbie. And I just told him, I said, that wasn't an interesting hand. That was just dumb. But Dennis is going to raise to 50 with ace queen. Rudy folds, Billy folds. I don't believe Dennis has played too terribly many hands now. I think he'll get a walk here, unless Debbie calls him. Yep, Debbie called him with King 8 of hearts. He just hadn't played a whole lot. He's been playing pretty tight. So they both missed the flop. Nope, I'm sorry. Debbie picks up an 8. I did not realize that. I missed it. So she leads out. Let's see if Dennis can make this call right here with overs to the board. He does make the call for 75. Oh, he catches his ace on the turn. Sometimes you make those calls and it you look like a genius with overs to the board. That was a good call on his part. He bet 75. Debbie says, okay, you bet 75 at me and I'll bet 75 right back. And she's going to lay it down. Picks up a $135 profit and a little $335 pot. So Rudy's going to look down. He hadn't looked at him yet, but he's going to have King Jack, it looks like. Billy sits down in time to see his hand. With 3 deuce. I think Rudy bet a quarter. He may have just called, but I think he bets a quarter right there. Yep, he raised to 25. Debbie calls 15 with 9-3, and Dennis. There we go. Ace 3-4. Looks like Dennis and Debbie are back in a hand again. Eight of clubs on the turn, no help to anybody. Dennis still has the lead. Looks like he's about a 91% favorite to win this one. And Dennis picks up another pot. So again, I know Charlie's mentioned already several times, but we're getting a lot closer to the series that's coming out. That we're going to have our West Texas Poker Championship Series starting April the 6th. Come out, and I know that we're going to start having some single table satellites, things like that. If there's enough interest, they'll spread a single table or multi-table every night of the week if we get enough interest in one going. So, like I say, anytime you get a chance to come out, come play. And see if you can't win your seat into the main, or even to say you want to do a single table satellite for another event, we can make that happen as well. So, like I say, it's there's a lot of action here tonight. This game was really fun to play in. Like I say, it doesn't allow for too many mistakes, and so everybody's playing really well. It looks like in this hand, Robin 3 bets to 50. Debbie calls, Billy calls. Everybody whiffs. Oh, I'm sorry. Billy picks up a 10. So Billy picks up top pair. He checks. Everybody checks. He's hoping somebody catches something. So
Ladies and gentlemen, walking in the booth, joining Mr. Carter.
That pretty gal from
Shall
Lano.
we call her the better half?
Absolutely. Definitely the smarter of the two.
I'll be back. No making out in here, you two.
Looks like Billy's going to get the check mark, and he takes it down. Picks up a $210 profit on a $360 pot. So it looks like Billy has straddled, or did he raise? Nope, he just calls the 10. Robin calls, Big Taco folds, Adam folds. Dylan is going to call the 10, it looks like. He has a pretty good hand, King Queen 10-7. Alex calls the 10 with Ace Jack 9 deuce. And Debbie is definitely playing Ace King 10 deuce. Oh, she raises. She's going to raise it to 50. Dennis folds. Rudy comes along for the ride. Billy comes along. Looks like she's going to get enough. Plenty of friends coming to play, it looks like. Robin goes ahead and folds. Dylan calls and Alex will call. So we've got a $260 pot. Oh, Billy wakes up with pocket kings. Little does he know he can't catch a king. Flop comes out 6, queen, 8. Rudy picks up 3 pair. Alex flops open-ended. And Debbie picks up nut flush draw. So I believe, I'm trying to see who bet that. I think Alex bets. Debbie is raising. Debbie raises to 1,000. Yeah, Alex bets 260. Debbie raises to 1,000. Wow, this makes it a little tougher to call. Little does he know that he's slightly better than a coin toss here at 57% favorite, but he doesn't have much. And without hearts in his hand, I think he'll lay it down. But they make liars out of us every weekend, so we'll just have to wait and see what he does. He has a decision to make, that's for sure. Really nice bet from Miss Debbie. I mean, she's putting a lot of heat on him right here. You know, she has the gut shot straight draw, but with the nut hearts. So I really like her bet. I think he just moved all in over the top. He sure did. Six on the turn, 8 on the river. And he has Jack 9 in his hand. That's exactly what well, yep. Yeah, he had the straight the whole time. I flat missed that. Very nice hand. That was a $6,000 pot. So that's a pretty good way to start when you've played 3 or 4 hands right off the bat. Double up pretty quick. And I believe he's our chip leader now, but I think he's also got the best profit for the night so far. And we're back at it. Try to see who straddled. I believe Robin straddled. Did he straddle? Looks like Robin's going to raise with king, queen, queen, deuce. And he's actually the favorite in the hand right now. Big Taco is going to make the call. Or did he raise him? Nope, he called the 140. Alex calls. Debbie calls. It's on Rudy now to see if he's going to call it. I don't know if he'll call with pocket jacks. He might. And Billy calls, so it scared everybody off right there. 1, 2, 3, 7 players call $160 raise to 160. Flop comes 8 deuce 8. Nobody has an 8 in their hand. Oh, ace deuce 8. I guess our reader picked up something. So ace king is in the lead right now at 36%. Robin comes out a big bet. Looks like about a pot size bet, maybe just a little less. It's either 800 or 1,000. I think he puts out there. 980. So I was close. I hit it. It was right between. I don't think Billy's the only one that'll make this call right here, and I think he snap calls him. I don't see Alex making this call. There's our brush Heather in the background. She goes and gets all the food for us and chips and things of that nature when you need her. She's a pretty good hand. Rudy's definitely not calling. And Billy lays it down. Wow. Good bet by Robin. He picks up 960. So if you look at the aggression, Robin has definitely been the most aggressive at the table. And then Billy, followed by Billy, then Miss Debbie. Adam folds with Queen 10 5 deuce. I think Dylan probably calls here with ace king. He might surprise me. He calls the 20. Alex calls. I think Debbie definitely calls. Yep, she calls. Dennis calls. Everybody has an ace in their hand. The aces are going to be hard to catch an ace. Flop comes 4, 10, 9. Billy flops open-ended and middle pair. Jumps to the lead. Rudy flops open-ended in a bad way. Billy bets 150. I think the only person that might call him, Dennis might call with two pair, but I doubt it. Rudy may lay this one down. He might try to call open ended, but he's in a bad spot. If a jack comes, I guess he picks up the win, but the eight completes, and there's nothing that Rudy can do to improve his hand. Billy gets the check mark, and he'll drag the pot. Robin's got 6,800 in front of him. Alex P has 5.8. And that was a card that flashed. I don't know if anybody saw it, but it was definitely a face card that flashed. I want to say it was a king or a queen, but it was black. So we'll know when he gets it across the reader. Nobody else at the table saw it, so they're going to let him keep it in his hand. But we'll know here in just a second what it was. I think it was a black king or queen. Adam with the ace, king, queen, deuce. Raises to 30. Dylan's calling with ace, king, 5, 4, 5. I like his hand, double suited. And Robin did have, it was a black king of spades. 6, 7, 8. There's the 9, 10. Billy picks up the 9, 10. 2 diamonds on the board. I don't see anybody with a diamond draw. Oh, Dylan flops the little end of it. This could be fairly expensive. Billy raises the 550. And Dylan, I don't think Alex can call the 450. Like Dylan lays his down. That was a good lay down by Dylan. Nice little feeler bet he put out there, and he found the information he was looking for. And Billy picks up another $350 and a $930 pot. Dylan has queen 9-3 deuce. He folds. I'm guessing here just Alex folds. He's going to fold. Just to get. Oh, he calls. Debbie, king, king, queen, jack. I bet she pots it. Just a guess. Did she just raise a little? Oh, she just raised to 20. Rudy folds. Billy calls 20. Robin calls 20. Big Taco calls 20. I thought Adam might raise it right there. Looks like everybody called. I like Adam's hand. But Alex is actually the favorite right now with the cards that we've seen. And we'll see what comes out. 8-10 deuce, 8 deuce 4. The screen was showing 8-10 deuce, but it's 8 deuce 4. Billy is the favorite at this point. Big Taco has top pair. Debbie bets 120 with pocket kings. Adam just called the 120. Hoping to peel off something that can keep it where you can continue. Well, that'll keep him in the hand. I believe that'll keep him in the hand. Flopping open-ended right there. Miss Debbie, I can't lose this pot, but she can certainly chop it. I guess she can lose if an ace comes. I mean if on the straight side. She can't lose to a straight. She bets 360. Yeah, the only thing she loses to is an ace on the river. And a 7. So Miss Debbie gets the check mark, and I think she's going to move all in on him. And I don't think he's going to call her last $85. He's going to save the $85. He can't beat anything but a pure bluff at this point. So I really think he's going to have to let it go for $85. Yep, he does. And he's disgusted about it. That was a pretty big draw that both of them had. Like I say, the only way she could have lost that pot is if an ace fell on the river. But she could have split it, of course, if any of those other cards came. Now we have Richard dealing. Looks like we'll have this 4 more hands of PLO, then we'll be back to hold them. Alex looks down at ace-3 of diamonds, 10-8 of hearts. I'm assuming he'll call the 10. He might even raise a little here, but I think, yep, he did. He raises to 30. Debbie's calling with ace jack 8 deuce. Dennis folds. Rudy folds. Billy folds. Robin, let's see. Big Taco wakes up with pocket queen 6-5. He calls the 30. Adam calls and Dylan calls 20. Flop comes 8 deuce 9. Dylan flops open-ended. Adam has top pair on the board. Big Taco's pocket queens are still in the lead. Stand corrected. Miss Debbie has 8 deuce. She has 2 pair. Debbie bets 30, gets called in every spot. 3 of hearts. Now Debbie has 2 pair with the nut flush draw. And Alex has 2 pair with 8-3. Debbie bets 50. She needs a heart right here to get paid, I think. There's the nut. She now has the nut hearts. She gets the check mark. Adam has the jack high hearts. Alex P bets 200 with the 10-8 of hearts. Miss Debbie's fixing to get paid, I think. So I think Adam will get away from it pretty easy. Especially when she raises right here, because she just raised a significant amount. I believe she just moved all in on them. She did. Yeah, I don't think anybody can call her after that. Yeah, Adam got away from his hand pretty easy. And Alex is going to get away from his, I have no doubt. Big Taco folded quickly. And Miss Debbie, like I say, I don't think Alex can call here. Even though he initiated the original 200, I don't think that he's going to call another 935. I think he knows he's beat. Oh, she made the call. I love when they make a liar out of me. And Miss Debbie gets her money back, or most of her money back, that she gave up earlier in the night to Alex. So that was a nice little pickup for Miss Debbie. It's a $2,800 pot. She picks up plus 1,600, which puts her back up. And she had gotten down to right at 500 at one point. So she definitely has grinded her way back into a win. So that was a very nice hand. And the crusher just walked in. She didn't crush me tonight. I was self-inflicted.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't do it. I mean, that was, like I say, that was my last little stab when you were dealing. But you'll get to see it, or you'll definitely hear about it, where I tried to bluff Miss Debbie, and she had the nuts.
Absolute nuts.
Just, yeah. I was representing them.
I was already told.
Yeah, it's hard to represent the nuts when the person you're betting into has the nuts. Yeah.
Doesn't work that well.
No, it does not. But Miss Debbie's made a grind. Did you see the hand? I mean, she got down to 500, and she's back up to 2,800.
Go her. I love Miss Debbie.
Oh, it's funny. The first hand of the night that I actually played, we're playing Hold'em. Where we're actually playing Hold'em, and I looked down at Ace 10, and I raised it to like 30. I think it was 30 I raised it. and Debbie calls, and somebody else called. I think it was Adam called, and the flop comes out with an 8 on the board, and I check, and Miss Debbie fires 85 at it. So, and they end up going all the way to the river, and she wins with 7-8, and he flips over 10 jack. And of course, I'd folded the ace 10, and she gave me such a hard time because I'm like, well, at least I raised with the best hand, and she's like, well, you just don't worry about how I play. I said, I'm not worried about how you played. I'm just, she was teasing the whole time, But I like both their hands. He had 10 jack off. She had 7-8 of spades, and they both called $30 pre-flop, and she hit. But yeah, it was funny because she was giving me a hard time sitting there next to her. Dylan picks up a pot finally. He's been trying pretty hard, so that'll help his cause a little bit.
Alex is not happy that I'm dealing today.
Which Alex?
This one, Alex.
Alex Portillo?
Yes.
Oh.
He already, hi Tiffany.
Why does he call you Tiffany?
He missaid my name one night, and so now my name when I felt him or make him lose a big pot is Tiffany.
I see.
So we have the Crusher, ICE Maker, Dr. Death. Charlie has another nickname, and Tiffany. Oh, and Christine.
Christine.
Those are like my alter egos. Apparently, they're not nice.
Your mama was calling you Karen, so that works out pretty
Mom
good.
was calling me Karen. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for that one. Sorry, I was acting like a Karen. Sorry to any Karens out there.
Yeah, I began to think my fish was unlucky.
Dumb fish.
All right, I'm going to order food. I tried to throw that out.
You did try to throw that
I
out.
tried to kick it off the table and he wouldn't.
So Billy raises to 30 with pocket kings. Rudy calls 10. Robin 3 bets to 100. That is going to get called. Flop comes 10, 6, 9. Robin flops a set of sixes. Alex flops a set of tens. This could get interesting pretty quick, although 7-8 beats you. So I don't know how interesting it'll be. Adam bets 5-10 with an open-ended. Alex comes over the top, raises to 2,000. Billy's going to fold. I think Robin lays down a set of sixes here, but again, they've made liars of me all night. Yep, he lays it down. And Adam moves all in for 1,300. And it's over. Alex turns the boat, and Adam ends up making it straight. Oh, they're running it twice. No help, and what did I? Oh, Adam made the flush. He on the second board, so they're gonna chop it up and make $155 a piece. So that was fairly lucky. I'm sure Adam is thankful that he ran it twice right there. I am sure that Alex is like, why did I agree to run that twice? And Robin's sitting there going, thank goodness I didn't call. I would have made a boat. the players are definitely throwing the chips around tonight, and so it's kind of fun to call these games. And I know everybody's heard me say in the past that, well, sometimes the games are just pretty slow. Sometimes it's the players' fault. Sometimes it's the Cards' fault. But tonight, everybody seems to be willing to put it in the middle and get some action going. Rudy looks down at pocket tens with a 5 deuce, double suited, hearts and clubs. Robin calls the 10. Big Taco's going to call the 10 with pocket jacks. Adam folds. Dylan calls the 10 with 3 4s in his hand. Debbie raises to 70, not realizing the 2 jacks are already gone, with ace 9 is basically what she's looking at now. And maybe some kind of straight draw. She wanted no flush draws. She raises to 80. Dennis calls, but we don't know what Dennis's cards are yet. Rudy calls. Everybody's calling. Dylan did not call. Good fold, Dylan, with trip 4s in your hand. So she picks up 4 callers. 4 stragglers come with her. We're going 5 to the flop. Still don't know what Dennis's cards are. Flop comes 5, king, 6 with 2 clubs. Rudy has the best club draw, but a bet would run Rudy off with just a 10 deuce of clubs. Nobody has a king in this hand. That's kind of amazing. Dennis has 2 pair. There's the ace. That might slow somebody down. Rudy doesn't realize it, but he's still 42% favorite, even though Dennis has 2 pair in his hand. Oh, there we go. Robin does have there's the diamond draw I was looking for. I'm betting Dennis laid down the winner right there with 2 pair. I'm not seeing anybody else with 2 pairs, so he was definitely in the lead. And two places called Debbie. And we get an 8 of clubs, and Rudy picks up the check mark. So Rudy makes his 10 high flush, and he bets, looks like 3 1/4, maybe a little more. Yep, 3 1/4. I don't think anybody else can call here. Of course, if they knew what everybody had, somebody would come over the top of Rudy and he'd have to lay it down, but they don't know what anybody has at this point. So it looks like he has the ace in front of him. I think Robin's already folded. We're just waiting to see what Miss Debbie does. She has the ace of clubs in her hand. She has the scare card. If she has the tenacity to go over the top of him right here, that would be some play, because I don't see any scenario where Rudy could call her with just 10 high clubs. I would love to see her come over the top, but I don't. She's sitting here actually thinking that her jacks are good.
Her ace is good. I don't think she thinks that I don't think she thinks ace jack is good here on that board, but there's so much on the board that beats her with straights and flushes. I just don't see her. I just don't see her making the call. I mean, I know that she's going through the hand in her head, and you know, she's talking to Rudy, trying to get information from him, and she's going to lay it down. Or did she call him? I think she laid it down and showed him. Yep, she did. She just laid it down and showed him. Very nice lay down, Miss Davies. She was trying to find a way to call him, but I just think there was too much out there for her to make that call. That was a pretty good hand right there. So we're back on the hold'em round, it looks like. Back to the 2 card. We've got Amanda in here now, the one I showed you, saw on camera earlier, the one that goes and gets all of her food and does a great job at it. Like I said, she's a pretty good hand. I'm trying to talk her into heading to Starbucks. It's about that time, Saturday night.
Didn't we already go today?
She promised we were going again.
Oh, I'm gonna comment.
She promised.
They're about to be closed. In like 10 minutes.
So Big Taco is going to flop open-ended here. An open-ended club draw. Oh, a straight flush draw. Alex now picks up the heart draw. Big Taco's comes out swinging. Looks like he bets 200 at it. Alex is not going anywhere, I don't think, at this point. I think Debbie lays her 6s down. She shows them to Dennis, who is her son-in-law, by the way. Yeah, she's like, look here, I had him. I had him. And
Oh. Alex caught it straight.
Alex makes it straight.
Frankie had it on the turn. Alex picked it up on the river.
Yep, Alex picks up the gut shot. Catches the gutter ball. Frankie bets 400, gets snap called, and goes, how did that just happen? Frankie folds. It looks like Robin has a straddle on. Debbie's calling the 20. Rudy's definitely calling. He might even raise a little bit here, but I think he just calls. Billy calls with ace-7. Robin calls with king-jack. Oh, Billy raised with to 160. Robin calls with king-jack. Debbie's calling with ace-6 suited. And I think Rudy probably makes the call here. It's like these guys are nuts. And Rudy does make the call, so here we go to the flop. I can see an ace on the board. Flop comes ace-4 jack. Something for everybody. Except Rudy. So everybody's checked so far. Somebody placed a bet out there. Looks like Billy bet. I can't see what he bet yet. It looks like 350, but
You're pretty close.
I think it's going to be around that. He bets exactly 350. And everybody's calling. Except Rudy. Did Rudy call right there? No, Rudy laid it down. There we go. Deuce of clubs. Oh my goodness. Robin picks up the check mark with the flush. And check, check, check. He has the nut flush. And that will kill all the action right there, guaranteed, with 4 clubs on the board. Only thing he can do here is hope that somebody can call him. And then the only one that can call him is Debbie with 2 pair. But with 4 clubs, I think she lays it down as well. Yeah. Oh, nope. No. Oh. Miss Debbie just went all in. Oh, my goodness. Miss Debbie went all in. Wow. And Robin picks up a huge pot. Wow. I don't know what I just saw there. That was I believe that might have been, if not the biggest, the second biggest pot of the night. I think it's the second biggest pot of the night. I think it was 5,900. The biggest one we've had is like 6,200 so far. And Miss Debbie was involved in both of them. Well, that's a big one right there. That was like I say, that was either the second or third biggest pot of the night, but that was certainly strange how it played out. I never saw Miss Debbie moving all in with 4 clubs on the board. But she did make 2 pair. Like I say, but I don't. I just think it was a misstep on her part, and maybe some kind of semi bluff, and she just happened to walk into the nuts. Because again, the only hand that can call you right there is the absolute nuts. Anything beyond that is just a risky call. If he was sitting there with Queen Jack in his hand or something of that 10 Jack in his hand of clubs, it's a whole lot harder to call her play right there. So I mean, I liked her play. I liked her the attempt. It's kind of the same thing that I did with her, and it just doesn't work out when you move your whole stack in against against the nuts. So I feel your pain, Miss Debbie. I understand what just happened. So we have some betting. I'm just not sure what anybody has. It's hard to call this hand. Blind. At least we can at least see the board right here, though we can't see their hands. There's a 4-card straight on the board. And it looks like Robin's stacking some more chips up. Folks, hold on for just a sec. I'm going to walk up front and find out why we're not seeing anybody's cards. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, folks. I think they're getting it fixed. I just went up there, not real sure what has happened, so we will have to just be patient with them for a minute and kind of figure out what is going on. And now we have a blue screen, so let's see if we can change. Yep, it looks like maybe the server, we're having trouble with the server. Not real sure. So we'll be back shortly, folks. Well, folks, if you're still watching the blue screen, it looks like a few of you are. We're going to go ahead. The server went down, so if you're getting this, it's just the recording side. Be there 30 minutes now. So thank everybody for watching. Don't forget about our series, April 6th through the 18th. Come out, and again, thank you for watching tonight. Hopefully, everybody enjoyed it. Good night.